Oh shit, it's raining.
Up on it. Alpha.
Yeah. Straight across. You want to get my water, like, not very hard part to do. Give me one in. Yeah.
Pretty much done.
Let's go here.
Pretty big tarp.
How's that, mate?
Oh shit.
Started, eh?
It's so windy and pretty good start for my first waves.
Feel this.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
So I'm trying to cover this hopper using this tarp so that we don't add any water into the hopper. So if we add water to the must will be very lighter and the fermentation will be screwed up.
Not that much water, hey?
Yeah.
Really? It's not like heavy rain,
Okay.
but it still adds up. And do a BOMO of each of them and you'll see if one's lower.
Okay.
Big going in there over there, but not that much more here. That's fucking crazy. About 60 odd.
Okay.
No water getting in.
No water.
You feel it's like camping in the hopper.
The hopper is keep pushing grapes to this hammer, as you can see here.
Pretty good.
All done? Okay. Oh, Julian, he's putting in the some grape. So Ruben, he was asking what was the sound, so. Looks like all done or all done?
That's pretty much all of it, and you can just flick them in. End of that. That end, not this dirty end. Yeah. You're done, man. So get a PI from each bin, have you stick.
Okay.
So I'm pushing grapes using this stick to get all the grapes. Finally, all process is done. So I'm pushing a little bit grapes into the conveyor. I don't want to waste any fruit.
Sorry?
How much? 1 ton?
1.2 ton?
1.2.
Yeah.
Now I need to take this hose off. And then I'm gonna push the juice that we have still in the line using air. I just turn pump on, and then the air will push the grape juice, and then I'm getting juice into the bin. So we have still juice in the line. So I don't want to add any water, so that's why I don't push with water. Just I'm using air turning pump on. As you can see, the juice is coming a little bit. Yep. And then now I just turn pump off. That's all. I'm putting the lid on. And I put these 2 beans to the column for cold soaking. So I'll keep these 2 beans in the column 3 days or maximum 1 week. I will see how I go. Maybe the first bean will be in the column for a couple of days, and then the second bean will be kept in the column for 1 week so that I can see the difference. So this is my first vintage to make my one wine. So I'd like to make separately these 2 beans so that I can find what I need to do for the following year. Kind of it's like my trials. Here they are. I got 2 beans finally. This is the first one and this is the second one. Now I'll get sample using these jars here. Normally we get 300 ml sample to get all numbers. So I put the code on the jar and then I will get samples. So I'm getting sample, use this jug. So you need to filter to get juice. Here it is. This is the first grape juice from the number 1. And then I'm getting the second sample from second bean. So I'm putting the label for each beans. This is the first one. And then this is the second one. So now I'm wiping down using chalk to clean the inside of the bean. So if you don't clean the beans like this, the wine will get red or will have some issue. And then I will do gassing for these 2 beans. The reason for gassing is you need to keep covering the head space for the beans so that we keep moss from oxidation. As you know, the CO2 gas is heavier than O2 gas. When you put CO2 gas on the head space, oxygen will be going out from the bean because you cover the head space with CO2 gas. That's why I'm gassing with CO2 gas in the bin. So before taking these 2 samples, I'm gonna check volume and temperature at bottom down here. So you pour 100 ml sample and then you check temperature and volume. Here it is. This is the first one. And then take this off. And then I will check the second one as well. I'll be like screwed up with that heavy raining. It's getting worse. So second bin is done with gassing. So I'm doing gassing for the first one. So I'm taking these 2 samples to the lab. So I'm climbing up to the lab. We have lab upstairs here. So here it is. This is the lab. So you can check sulfur and pHTA and any numbers here. So I'm writing down code as HPCAS and then bin number here. And then volume that I got from downstairs. So when you check volume, we need to consider with temperature. So I got 13.7 volume for the second bin and then 13.9 for the first bin. So we need to minus 0.475 as correction. The second one is 13.225. And then the first one is 13.9 minus 0.475 is 13.425. So I'm going to explain you about this correction with temperature. So we need to correct the number depends on the temperature. So that's why we need to get temperature and volume at the same time. So if you see this chart here, so if it's lower than 20 degree, you need to minus 0.05 volume per 1 degree. And then if it's higher than 20 degree, you need to plus 0.05 volume per 1 degree temperature. So now I'm checking sulfur. So what we do is you need to get 20 ml into this flask here. I pre-rinse this 20 ml pipette with sample to get rid of any water or whatever liquid in the pipette so that you can get correct sample. So I'm gonna get 20 ml sample from the jar, and you have to connect directly after adding this phosphoric acid to the aspiration apparatus. so that you minimize losing SO2. So you have to add 10 ml for both of them. So the left one is for free sulfur and then the light one is for the total sulfur. So now you have alcohol lamp here. I'm pouring for the total sulfur side. So you need to put this alcohol lamp bottom of the total sulfur line and then you can start. So after 15 minutes you need to check the number and then you will get free sulfur and total sulfur over the sample. First spin is done as well, so I took the gas. So while I'm waiting 15 minutes for checking sulfur, I'm gonna clean all gears that I used.
Get pliers for that, man. Yeah, just get it all, hose everything, don't clean it. 940. You don't clean it, just hose it down, clean it tomorrow.
Alright.
You can leave it like that, just hose, you've got to hose out this stemmer, that's all. So you get the pliers and then you just pull that and it comes out real easy. Just use the pliers.
The boom is a little bit lower than
the second one.
yeah.
How much?
Was 13.7 and then 13.9 the first one.
Oh, okay, oh, that's not too bad. Imagine if it was out there when that fucking downpour just came through then. It would be 12. Yeah. That was fucking crazy, man. It's coming. Yeah. Yeah, so basically we'll just cut a new one tomorrow. It's really hard, eh?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Does that make it better?
Why is it so hard?
I don't know. Probably the tension of pulling it. But... Everything's going. Everything I couldn't even find a fucking dustpan.
Now I'm folding down and then putting to this red bin, having chemical. Alright, 15 minutes done. Alarm is beeping, so I'm getting the lab again to check sulfur. So my boss is writing the list about the yeast that I will use for my fermentation. So take this flask off from the aspiration asparagus.
Alright, have a look, there's your options, mate. So you could add alpha in the cold soak, we